Borussia Dortmund employed Nuri Sahin, hoping he could get the mess that was being created by Edin Terzic in order. Initially, fans were excited. So was I, to be honest. I thought he did very well in Turkey with his first managerial position at Antalyaspor and believed he could maybe do the same now at Dortmund. However, now Dortmund is 12 points off the top of the league table, sat in 6th with a fan base that is basically only holding on to the hope of things working out because Dortmund is doing well in the Champions League. For now, the question one has to ask themselves is though, what is the goal of Dortmund? A club with an incredible stadium, backed by lots of success in the past, along with some amazing players still in the starting 11. Today, I don't only want to take over Germany from the grasp of Bayern Munich, I also want to conquer Europe again. The last and only time Dortmund managed to win the Champions League was back in 1997. Let's go ahead and try and win 2 Champions League trophies. This episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN, who's proud to be the official digital privacy partner of Tottenham Hotspurs and very excited to be the newest member of the team. Ever feel like you're being watched on the internet? Unfortunately, you're not just being paranoid. You're indeed being monitored every single time you go online. Internet service providers can see every single website you visit. In the UK, your ISP can be ordered to keep a record of your online activity for up to a year. In the US, they're legally allowed to sell your browsing history, but not if you've got the best digital defenders in the league, ExpressVPN. Have you ever been excited to watch a specific anime, like me, only to find out it's not available in your region? That's where ExpressVPN saves the day. ExpressVPN reroutes 100% of your online activity through secure encrypted servers, making it the perfect tool to bypass region locks and enjoy content from anywhere in the world. Not only does it help you access the shows you love, but it also hides your IP address, preventing data brokers from tracking you and building profiles to sell to marketers. Plus, it protects sensitive information like your passwords and banking details when you're on public Wi-Fi. And the best part? It's ridiculously easy to use. With just one click, you're connected. It works on all your devices, and you can protect up to 8 devices at once. Find out how you can get 3 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box, or by going to expressvpn.com/Johnny. So as you can see, Bayern Munich sat comfortably in that first position. Leverkusen in that 3rd spot, and the surprise team, obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt with Marmoush. They are on fire. And Dortmund sat in 6th with only 21 points. That is unacceptable. And I'm gonna need you to stop. Before everyone starts going ahead and saying that I look exactly like Nuri Sahin, let me just show you the team, alright? Here we are, lads. Guirassy up top, a player who I think has been incredible in the Bundesliga lately. At Stuttgart, he was scoring goals for fun, and now he's doing basically the same at Borussia Dortmund. For me, Julian Brandt has developed into an incredible player and a leader in this Dortmund team. And I'm just giving you the players that I truly 100% believe in right here. So, Maximilian Bayer, for example, a player who we know from my Dortmund career mode. This guy still is very talented, but I need to talk about Schlotterbeck. This defender, in my opinion, has been due a massive move into a big, massive club that wins titles for fun. So the fact that he is stuck around at Dortmund, I appreciate that a lot, and he's going to be one of the leading figures for this team. And then, of course, you have Gregor Kobel with the 88 rating. I mean, come on. That is some goalkeeper. One of the best in the world. And on the bench, you have players like Malen, Gross, who actually plays a bunch of games. Then going down, you have Kuto, who joined them. And also on top, of course, one of the fastest players in world football, Adeyemi, currently injured. Zule, also injured, but 82 rated. Anton, who also joined from Stuttgart right there. So generally speaking, this is a good team, but it's not an incredible team. And when we go into the stats, you'll be able to tell that Guirassy is incredible. 13 goal contributions in 16 games in this season. Bino Gittins 9-3, Adeyemi 5-3. But then there's a huge drop-off. There's not as much support for these players. Now, then again, we have to realize we're only 13 games into the Bundesliga and a bunch of Champions League games as well. So overall, I think 19 is the highest number. So then looking at that, I think it's fine. but obviously it's not enough to make it into the top 2, top 3 in the Bundesliga right now. And that is a massive issue. Dortmund fans care a lot about how much they can compete for titles in Germany. And honestly, I think the only reason as to why Dortmund is still being managed by Nuri Sahin is the fact that they are currently 4th in the Champions League. Now, and again, they have obviously just lost against Barcelona, which is a game that we don't have counted in here yet, but still, it showcases they lost against the 3rd place team, a team just ahead of them against Hansi Flick, who obviously is a former Bayern Munich coach, now at Barcelona. But if things weren't going so well for Dortmund in the Champions League, Sahin would have been sacked 100%. So I'm trying to save his job too. The budget at Dortmund, however, is at 58 million right now, and we are close to January. So let's get there and see if we can make things happen. Lads, I just had a quite interesting idea for this rebuild. This wheel has 18 spots on it. Why? Because I have 18 cards right here. And those 18 cards represent one incredible wonder kid. I'm going to spin this wheel. We're going to go ahead and look into who we're going to get. And that person has to join us at some point in this rebuild. The winner is number 9. So let's go full screen right here. Let me show you what we have going on. So number 1 is Pedri. He's not joining us. Kenan is also not joining us. 3. 4. David Nunez. 5. Guardiol. 6. Bakayoko. 7. Ødegaard. 8. Bastoni. Number 9. Bukayo Saka. We have to buy Saka at some point. The thing is, we only have 58 million in the budget, and I'm not willing to sell half my team to be able to afford Saka. But at some point, this will happen. And I would say we are allowed to sign Saka once we win the German title.
Sounds good to me.
Dortmund have already bought 2 Stuttgart players. Let's make it 3. This is Angelo Stiller, and in my opinion, one of the best young midfielders in world football. This guy is pure class, and he's still playing for Stuttgart. And if they don't qualify for Europe or anything like that, I think he's 100% moving on. So many teams want to sign him, specifically in Germany. Stiller at Dortmund would be an amazing signing. He comes in with a rating of 79. He's only 23 years old. And the reason why I want this guy in my team is obviously because we do have an aging midfield. When we go into this Borussia Dortmund squad, you'll see Sabitzer at the age of 30. You'll see Gross at the age of 33. Going down to the bench, you have Nemecha, who's obviously 24. That's decent. Emre Can is 30 as well. That's it. That is pretty much it. And for me, I wanted Stiller to join us right now because I truly do believe that this guy can be the next best German midfielder, especially when it comes to building up the game from the back. This guy is pure quality, and I think at some point he's going to be taken over from Gross right here, and I want to prepare him for that amazing future at Dortmund. Stiller, you are coming in with incisive pass, long ball pass, tiki-taka, press proven, and that's it. And that is all I need, buddy. And now I'm doing what every single Dortmund fan would have loved to see. Signing that man on a permanent deal. He returns to Dortmund, the man that got to the Champions League finale with them whilst he was on loan. Ian Maatsen is back. I don't think there was an option for me to go for any other fullback. I've been such a massive fan of this guy ever since he played for Burnley, and then for Borussia Dortmund, he was outstanding and helped them big time, getting that far in Champions League football. And for me, it was a must. It's an excellent deal. He comes in with a rating of 79, same rating as Bensebaini. I was happy to put money on top of it. He is now going to be the left back of Borussia Dortmund once again. And of course, we are lacking Sancho on that same side, and that's fine. But Maatsen is here to play behind Adeyemi, who obviously can be an incredible player. And I'm actually kind of coming around on the whole Adeyemi hate train that I've been on. So Adeyemi, you're here, and you have a great partner supporting you on that left-hand side who knows this club, knows what it's about, and who has openly been saying that he loved it over there. This season has just finished, and Nuri and his boys have finished in the 4th position. GG's, 62 points. Happy with that, to be honest, because we were outside of the top 6, so we worked our way back into it. But Bayern Munich win the title with a massive gap, an 18-point gap. It's still unacceptable. And when we go into Champions League football, you realize that we dropped out against Leverkusen, one of the Germans' own clubs again. So that is, again, not good enough. We need to beat at least Leverkusen to be able to compete with Bayern Munich. And going into the squad now, we'll see. We'll see who has been growing. We are looking at Girassi on an 85, Adeyemi on an 81, Daniel Mal on 83, Brandt 86 rated. I love that. I'm a huge fan of his. Gross now down to an 80. I need to change a couple of positions though. Madsen 81, Schlotterbeck 86. These two are going to be so good for this team. Whilst Kobel, it's going to be tough to hold on to him, but Dortmund have managed to hold on to him for a while now, and I just don't know if anyone is going to be signing him anytime soon. I feel like he's happy at this club, but if there are any massive rumors surrounding any of these players, let me know in the comments actually, because I wouldn't be surprised if teams are after Schlotterbeck and Kobel, of course. But let's go into the stats and see who has been the star for us this season. We're looking at Girassi 24-4, Daniel Malen 15-5, Bino Gittins 9-3, and as always, your boy has forgotten something very important. And that is, of course, changing positions. Malen into a right wing goes up to an 85 rating. Wow. And then going even further than that, we can go down the list here. And Gross, even though he's old and 80 rated, as a centre mid, he goes back up a little bit. So we can make use of him for a little bit longer. But then we also, of course, have the youngster Stiller waiting to take over his position. And now he goes up to an 81. And that means he will take over next season for sure. I am looking to back up our defense, lads. This is a very, very good defender who moved from Feyenoord into the Bundesliga to Leipzig. And now I am signing him to Borussia Dortmund. It is Geertruida. Yes, he is now joining Nuri Sahin and the Yellow Wall for 34.4 million. I am thinking this is a great signing for us to back up the likes of Sule. He comes in at the rating of 80, 25 years old. Very good backup to have. So there he is, Geertruida. He is joining us, but on top of it, look at these names. Haller has returned from his loan deal. Özcan is back. Koulibaly has returned, and also Moukoko, the extremely talented youngster that never really got himself into that starting 11 and held that spot. So Dortmund does have a lot of assets that are returning here, and you have to wonder, what are they going to do with all these players? Whilst I am trying to sell a bunch of players, we're getting offers for Schlotterbeck for 109 million from Leverkusen. We're getting offers for Girassi from Chelsea, 76.8. All I can say is, no, these guys are going nowhere, but I am selling a couple. Finally, my friends, let me show you what has happened. We have sold Sabitzer for 68.8. Not because I wanted to, but because they actually pulled his release clause, or activated, I should say. And that's not something I expected, so I was a bit shocked about that. We obviously sold Moukoko. He's currently out on loan in France, playing for Nice. And he's not doing anything. And he's playing consistently. So for me, that's a sign of Moukoko might just not be that big of a talent after all. Pascal Gross, now 34 years old. He's going back to the Premier League. Haller is going to the Premier as well for 15.2 million. Reina is leaving for 11.8. Salih Özcan, who I thought was going to play under Nuri Sahin, specifically because of that Turkish connection, has been loaned out. And now that he's back, I'm going to sell him to Wolfsburg. Kabar has left, and then also Koulibaly has gone out on loan to Frankfurt, leaving us with an insane budget of 211 million. And at this stage, I could technically go ahead and sign this guy right here, but we're not ready yet. We need to win titles. 11 goals, 8 assists in just the past 6 months in the MLS, playing for LA Galaxy. A former Barcelona wonder kid now is returning to Europe. Riqui Puig, my friends. What a player in the MLS. Honestly, he was clearly the best in that league. Like, his stats for a centre midfielder look insane. And I'm not just talking about goals and assists. He is now joining us for a reason. Let's go ahead and put him into the starting 11. Riqui Puig for 66 million. A ton of money, to be honest with you. But it was needed because Sabitzer left. He comes in with an 83 rating. Has potential to like 86 or even higher now. EA have just updated him, which means that we should go ahead and bring him into our team. And I think a lot more people will use him now. Vetjen, by the way, is a big talent as well, but way too low rated. But Puig comes in to play alongside Stiller now. Puig He is 26, former Barcelona academy player, as I said. Finesse shot, incisive pass, long ball pass, tiki-taka, flair, first touch, and also press proven. Honestly, he could be incredible in game. Only one downside, he's 5'7", and he will be weak. So he will get shoved off the ball quite easily if you can't dribble properly. He used to play for Real Madrid, then moved to Dortmund, then played for Inter, and then also PSG. This, my friends, is of course the best friend of Kylian Mbappe at PSG, Achraf Hakimi. Hakimi, you know for a fact that the French division is just going down right now. No one really cares about the league, as sad as it is. They're losing TV money left, right, and center. And clubs are going into administration, basically. And yeah, bankrupt. This is one that joins us now for 80 million because I had tons of money to spend. I decided to go after Hakimi, who comes in at an 85. And as a former Dortmund player, I thought this would make so much sense to me. He comes in at the age of 26. Obviously, ridiculous stats in terms of like the game itself. Possibly one of the best right backs to use. He's 5'11", whipped pass, quick step, relentless, and still a lot of room for growth. So I'm thinking I'm making the right decisions right here. I'm really digging this team right now. So let's get it on with this season. In January, we were top of the league table. And now all of a sudden, I'm finding Dortmund in the 4th position. Somehow, 13 points behind Leipzig. Lads, something is going wrong over here. We should be doing much better, in my opinion, and be at least part of the top 3. So let's take a look into the team. One thing I can tell you right now is the issue that Adeyemi is not playing. For some reason, the game keeps playing Bino Gittins, even though Adeyemi has been the higher rated player this whole freaking time. Anyways, apart from that, you can see that this team is already exceptional. Like an 88 rated Schlotterbeck, a 91 rated Kobe, an 87 rated Hakimi, 86 and 86 on Brandt, and also on Girassi as well. Stiller growing, Puig up to an 85. I'm loving the team that we're building, but we do have an issue with Adeyemi and also Bino Gittins. So I'm trying to win this title so I can sign Saka, and I need to make it happen. Let's take a look into the squad here and realize what's been going right for some players. Girassi, 31 and 5. Bino Gittins, 16 and 6. He has been playing this whole time. Daniel Malen, 15 and 2. Brandt, 6 and 13. Love that. Hakimi gets involved straight away. And then down here somewhere, Adeyemi with 2 games. Why? The one time where I say I'm kind of in favor of Adeyemi, he doesn't actually play. And now he is probably going to be forcing his way out the squad. So I've decided to use the Adeyemi situation to our advantage. I'm building a relationship with Arsenal. I've sold them Karim Adeyemi for 65 million, basically, telling them at some point I will come in for Saka. Be nice. Süle has left. He's now past the age where we can basically use him for a long time. And the same goes for Emre Can. A lot of players in this team actually are around the 30-year-old mark, so lots of change needs to happen. Apparently, that man right there has put in a transfer request at Benfica. Now, in my career mode, he already moved to Wolfsburg. Antonio Silva wants to apparently join Liverpool. That's what I've been reading today on Twitter. We all know it could just be some rumor, but anyways, I just said, you know what? Süle is gone. Let's bring in a top talent into this team. And honestly, many talents like Antonio Silva should always be looking at a team like Borussia Dortmund and the Bundesliga itself as an incredible stepping stone towards becoming one of the best players in world football. Many have done it before that, specifically Lewandowski, of course, recently. But yeah, Geertruida, I appreciate you as a defender, but there is now competition, and Anton is 30 years old, but Silva comes in now at the age of 22, and he will be competing with Geertruida for that position. And apart from that, I'm not going to do anything this season. Even though I have a lot of money, I'm going to trust this team the way it is because, again, there are many aging players in here who will serve us for a couple more years, and we will have to move them on and bring in the future of the club. So please, win me a title. Finally, things are moving forward for Borussia Dortmund and Nuri Sahin. We are looking at them in the 1st position in the league, 84 points. It's been years, and finally, it has worked out. But it's not only that. We have also won the German Cup against Bayern Munich. Dortmund is truly getting successful again. And that, my friends, is all that fans want to see. Right now, take a look at the starting 11. Bino Gittins, Buddy, you earned that spot, I guess, up to an 85. Malen, he's up to an 88. Soon to be replaced by Saka. We chose it through the randomizer. Girassi, 88 rated, 31 years old. Brandt, same and also same age. Puig up to an 88. Stiller, 87. Let's go. Catrauda looks decent, but it looks like Silva has overtaken him right there. And overall, the entire defense is incredible, especially with Kobel. So when you have such a high-rated goalkeeper, man, you can rely on him all the time. And I love the fact that we have some really decent backups now in the team as well. So, big decisions to be made next season. A couple of players over the age of 31 that I really like, but we'll see. For now, I want Saka first. But before we do that, let me just quickly show you the stats of these players and how they have done for our team. We are seeing a 44 goals, 16 assists season, 60 goal contributions by Girassi. Bro, honestly, he might just be one of the most overpowered players I have used in FC25 when it comes to simulations. This happens every time I buy him or use him. Malen, 28 and 5. Bino Gittins, 19 and 17. Brandt, I mean, not that great, 14 and 6, but still a world-class player right now. And finally, the cards have spoken. The randomizer has spoken, and it is Bukayo Saka joining Dortmund. Sancho has done it in the past. An Englishman joined this club and turned out great. Jude Bellingham did it, and he also turned out amazing. Now, it's time for one that is already world-class to join us and turn this club into an incredible club. The other way around. Bukayo Saka gets the number 11 at the team, and I'm very satisfied that finally we have been able to sign him. It was Daniel Malen plus 60 million actually for this deal, which is an insane amount of money if you ask me. But it seems like I got an A rating on this one as he comes in with a 90 rating. There's not much I need to say about this guy. 25 years old, 5'10". We all know how incredible he is for Arsenal. Whip pass plus, finish shot, technical flair, all of that stuff. And I gotta say, I barely ever buy Saka into any of my rebuilds. So I'm actually very excited about this. And I'm going to keep Girassi and Brandt for one more season. Our first Champions League final is here against Real Madrid. And I told you, I want to win too. So here we go, lads. This could be it. I mean, our team looks incredible. Real Madrid in the final. Real Madrid in the final. It's a 3-0 win. Girassi, Brandt, and the team have done it. Lads, exceptional stuff right there. But I'm not satiated. Is that the right word? That's like when you eat too much and then it like fills up your belly. Your belly. That's what I wanted to say. I think that's the word. That's a word I never used before. My English is improving. But here we go, celebrating how many titles? Just one. Okay, so we didn't win the Bundesliga title. We didn't win the Bundesliga Cup, but the German Cup. But I will take that. A Champions League trophy, exceptional stuff. Next season, I want at least 2. And it is Bukayo Saka leading the line. 92 rated, 32 and 11. Girassi, 29 and 6, now 32 years old. Same as Julian Brandt. I am very much open to selling these guys and bringing in some incredible players into this team. They have done enough and won a Champions League trophy already. But let me quickly check. How bad were we in the league itself? Like, what happened over there? Second in the league, 1 point gap to Leverkusen. And in the cup, we're not even in the final. We lost in a semi-final against Leverkusen. Leverkusen took all the German trophies away from us. Girassi is out, and it is Osimhen joining us. Buddy, what are you doing over there in Turkey? Come join us here in the Bundesliga. In my opinion, the most entertaining league to watch. Yes, there, I said it. Actually, I think the Bundesliga is class, and I'm saying that because I am biased. I'm German. So, lads, here we go. Osimhen, welcome to Dortmund. And now walking in is Cole Palmer. Yes, Bukayo Saka said, I'm feeling alone. I need another Englishman in my team. So, here we go. Cole Palmer, not necessarily known for being the guy that speaks the most. I mean, his interviews are actually hilarious. Not because he says funny things, just because of how he's acting. The guy comes across like a robot, and I love it. Honestly, the rise of Cole Palmer has been incredible to watch. When he was at Manchester City, I watched him a couple of times, and I never really was impressed. But man, at Chelsea, He's incredible. He's one of the best players in world football right now. So freaking impressive. And for 140 million, the Champions League winners, Borussia Dortmund, have now also signed Cole Palmer at a rating of 89. Same as Osimhen. So here I am wondering, is this going to be enough? Is this the right decision to make? I really hope it is. We're going to put Palmer right into that cam position. And in terms of backups, we obviously still have Nmecha. We also have Koulibaly returning from his loan deal. So Koulibaly, Geertruida, even Anton right here can be a backup, but that's way too many centre-backs, that's for sure. The good thing is Geertruida can also play as a fullback, so that's quite useful. Ryerson as a fullback as well on the left-hand side could be useful since he has a 5-star weak foot. Nmecha is there, Duranville, an exceptional talent, and Baya as well. So, lads, we've won it once. Let's try and win it again, and maybe a German title along with it. I don't think the world is ready for this team. Borussia Dortmund, 86 points, 15 points ahead of Bayern Munich to win a German Bundesliga title. And then we are looking at Leverkusen, still winning the German Cup, the DFB Pokal. Congratulations to them. But lads, this is it. We're up against Inter in the Champions League final. I am so excited about this. I can't wait to use this team. It's a ridiculous squad that we have put together for Nuri Sahin. 5-2 on aggregate against Manchester City. In the quarterfinals, we played against Real Madrid and won 2-0. In the semi-finals, we beat PSG 3-1 on aggregate. And now it's time to play against Inter. And Inter, you have some solid players in there, I must admit. But let's see our team. Solid doesn't really describe it. This is an insane team. The only and lowest rated player below the 90 is Silva, 88, which I personally consider world class already. So we're looking at Kobel at a 94, Hakimi 91, Schlotterbeck 91, Madsen 90 rated on his return to Dortmund. Puig back into European football. Mad excited for him. Stiller on that 90. Palmer on the 90 as well. Saka went up to a 94. I know Gittins, rightfully so, is now playing as a left wing, and Osimhen on that 90 as well. And a bunch of the players on the bench are looking solid too. I need to see the actual stats for this season. Dortmund, back-to-back Champions League trophies. Very much possible due to Bukayo Saka getting more than 1 goal contribution per game on average. Insane numbers from him. Plus, Osimhen only comes in with 17 and 3. Well, I know Gittins outperformed you. Puig comes in with 14 and 6. And I gotta say, because this is Borussia Dortmund after all, we have to go ahead and give the captaincy to Schlotterbeck. My man has been here this whole time. Kobel as well, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to give it to Schlotterbeck. And our opponents are coming in with... Oh, okay, I'm scared of the front two. I'm kind of scared of the midfield. I respect Guerra a lot. Barella is insane. Bastoni is huge. Vanuzanu Upamecano. Ederson in goal. Gusto Palacios Colomuani on the bench. All right, yeah, this is not going to be easy. Girassi, Brandt, and those types of players that have left us have helped us get here. But now we have Saka, Osimhen, Cole Palmer in the starting 11 up against a very strong Inter side. I am hopeful that these guys can deliver as much as the ones before they have been here have done. So, yeah, let's go. Alvarez goes backwards. Colomani's playing. That's a good ball, but Kobel, easiest save of his life. Kaya, we got you out of a pack, mate. Over to Stiller. Into Ricky Puig. Ricky Puig hits it from far. I want a sick goal. Over to Palmer. Palmer over to Saka. He's not offside. He has the whipped pass on him. He goes for Osimhen. Lovely. I know Gittins. Go. Make a move for me. I know Gittins. He has an incredible sprint on him. He's running through. Bastoni now realizes he has to come across. I know Gittins. Osimhen. Are you kidding? How did he not score? Osimhen, Girassi would have scored. Ooh, good pass. Schlotterbeck. Risky, but perfect. Incredible tackle from Schlotterbeck there. And we're on the move with Ian Madsen. Sending. Bino Gittins. Can this be a perfect counterattack? It could very much be if we can find the right pass and move it to Bukayo Saka. We got him out of the pack. There he is. Come on. Ah, camera, you know what? Forget about it. He scores for us. Let's go. Oh, mate. Beautiful counter-attack. Incredible slide tackle by Schlotterbeck, starting it all off. Mino Gittins, Osimhen, Saka, finish 1-0. Uj, good ball. Saka is open. Bukayo. Cole Palmer. Getting involved. No, that's Stiller. What the hell is Stiller doing out here? He wants a goal. After all, one beautiful counter-attack is winning Dortmund the Champions League trophy. And here they come with the bus. It is 2 trophies this time around. Exactly what we wanted. And honestly, the beauty of Borussia Dortmund just has to be the fact that they are able of bringing out some incredible players over and over again. And even though Jude Bellingham and Haaland have now left, I am pretty confident that Dortmund will be able to sell on one of their players for an insane amount of money once again. I would believe that that is going to be, I think, Schlotterbeck. In my eyes, he is the one primed for like a 60, 70, 80 million euro move. But lads, that is it. The rebuild is completed. We have created an insane Dortmund team, and I had tons of fun as always. And shout out to Bukayo Saka for making it possible. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to drop a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're already over 535,000 subscribers, which is an insane number if you think of it in terms of like people standing there in front of you in a field. Like,
what are you talking about, man?
Take care and peace.